But let's get right into
Okay.
the micro reviews.
Okay.
Now, JD has watched a lot of movies recently.
Yeah. Did I have time off? I don't think
You
I
had time. You
Did
had
I have time off?
you had like a day or two.
I did. I went on a trip.
Yes, but then also your kids were sick, or
That's,
you
oh,
were
I
sick.
think I
or
was sick, so then I definitely I got some movies in there. So
But yeah, let's get started.
okay.
Since we're talking vampires, you
Yeah.
saw the new version of Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
Which I get. Is this the first movie or?
No, well, I
'Cause
guess
I know there was a-
technically
there was a
it is
series.
the first movie because
Yeah.
the original was a miniseries.
And then the
There's
remake.
the Rob Lowe
Yeah.
miniseries that was on TNT. In typical Salem's Lot fashion, this is a movie that doesn't even get a theatrical release. So
And barely any press.
and like Stephen King being like, "Hey, Salem's Lot." Yeah,
All right, so
great.
5 words
Okay.
or less review of Salem's Lot.
All potential up in flames. Keeping it kind of thematic.
There you go.
It's not good, you know.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. Shout out Bill Camp though. He's pretty rad. I also think this movie was shot like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened.
Yeah. It's a little baffling that like I think the director is also like, hey, I have like a 3-hour cut, and HBO's like,
Nah.
no, we're good.
No.
But it doesn't matter. It's just on Max. He's like, no, we're okay.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. And I don't know.
Let's move on to another movie you watched. It's What's Inside.
Yeah. Yeah. You haven't seen this one?
No.
Crazy Times. What is life? You know?
Speaking of what is life, now another one that only you
Yeah.
watched, Saturday Night.
Fun times. No real plot. Is that like good enough?
Yeah.
It's just there's a plot, but it's not. At the end of the day, you're like, well, yeah, they did it, and I also just don't know how historically accurate it is.
Yeah, but also it's like,
I think it creates a villain who was actually a supporter, which is again a strange choice.
well, yeah.
That Reitman's like this guy who actually really was like a big supporter of Saturday Night Live. We're gonna make him the kind of bad guy.
Yeah, and I've seen reviews that were like, they like it,
Yeah.
but also they're like, what is even the point? I know it's the 50th year
Yeah.
celebration of SNL, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like,
There's some cool things in there. I mean, you got Dylan O'Brien just killing it as Dan Aykroyd,
wow.
and then and is it Corey Michael Smith as Chevy Chase? Like it's fun. It's just short enough to where you're like, this doesn't get annoying and too much, and it's just cram packed enough that like it isn't too much. There's not a ton of everyone, so you're like,
Yeah.
okay, like I can live with this. It's a fun Saturday night, you know.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Sometimes
it,
movies
whatever.
are just fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to a movie you've only watched, and I've only heard nothing but good words how fun
yeah.
this movie
Yeah.
is. The Substance.
Ooh, the substance. Before I get into the five words, changed me.
Yeah.
Holistically, no pun intended. It more just like it. I just don't think you'll ever be the same after watching it. You're
Yeah.
kind of like, cool. Okay.
Now, you don't have to hit 5 words every time, you know.
Okay. Twisted, demented, gnarly.
Well, Twisted Metal?
More twisted than Twisted Metal, if you can believe it. Yeah, it's
I'm excited to watch it.
It's-
I've been
yeah.
spoiled by a lot of it on Twitter
Yeah.
because people just will not shut up about it.
As I told Michael, I confessed to him, I did kind of like jump 10 seconds, like just a real like near the end because I like body horror.
Yeah.
I don't love it,
Mm.
and it gets pretty, like as I said, gnarly.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Video Drum's one of my
I think
favorites.
you're gonna. And I
so-
was like, when I walked in the next day, I was like, I think you're really gonna like it.
One that recently came out on streaming, I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah.
I think this is one that I've seen.
Yeah.
I would go vibes immaculate, story also immaculate.
Great. Leaves you wanting more,
Yeah.
and like not a bad way. But,
No. Yeah.
But, you know.
Some movies don't have to have a definitive ending.
Yeah.
Because some stories are not finished.
Yeah.
And this is not going to get a sequel, but it would be weird in a fun way to get a sequel
Yeah.
to I Saw the TV Glow, and just to be, what would it be like?
I don't know what the rest of the year holds. It will be. I'm kind of like hoping that if Gladiator's just a massive bomb,
It won't be.
it won't be.
It
but
won't be.
but if it's like not like if it's a critical bomb,
Mhm.
then like our Oscars are gonna be like Dune 2, The Substance, I Saw the TV Glow,
The Brutalist.
like, and you just have to watch just like for some of it just the weirdest and like vibiest and grossest
a
clips.
little depressing.
Like, super like just like it like just Academy, give me like just bring me down.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to be inspired. I need to be like, hey, let's watch 15 minutes of The Brutalist real quick. Like,